Corey, as we get lined up for the Championship of America 4x4, obviously a heavy Jamaican flavor to this. The horns are out, the colors are being waved right now, so the crowd is really going to be in this, but in lane 6, Bullis School from Maryland.
The story is Bullis School after their 3:14.12 yesterday and that 46:05 breathtaking anchor from Quincy Wilson, the freshman. I think, what does Bullis do to follow up that performance? You know, Bishop Loughlin as well, New York, 3:14.24. They're definitely in their shadow as well. I think those two American teams will probably be the top performers in the football. All
right, so the lineup: Calabar in 1, Kingston College in 2, DeMatha Catholic from Maryland in 3. The first 2 Jamaican teams: Seton Hall Prep from New Jersey, Edwin Allen always in the mix. They're in lane 5. Bullis School from Maryland in 6. Bishop Loughlin, New York in 7. St. Jago in 8, and St. Elizabeth Tech. Those last 2 teams on the outside in 8 and 9 run from Jamaica.
One small note here: Seton Hall Prep has been banged up a little bit, so they're likely going to scratch their 4x8. They're putting all of their cards into the 4x4, so they are going to put every effort into trying to win this Championship of America right now on the track.
And we saw that a little earlier with Bullis School did not make the championship final in the 4x1. They scratched out of the national final for those teams not in the Northeast and also not in the top 9 overall. So again, you're putting all your eggs in one basket. Also, it is still the last weekend in April. Lots of season left to go.
Absolutely. And I think here we're going to see, I think, a little bit of a notch up the belt for some of these Jamaican teams that, you know, kind of came into Friday or came into Thursday just sort of making sure they qualify. So what happened yesterday can't be what happens today. And I think Bullis School, who is the leading kind of contender right now, has to keep that in mind. All their runners have to perform a level up right now.
And those of you who have been with us since our 9 o'clock opener yesterday, most of the relay races, at least the heats, they did not have the access to the starting blocks, so just so the schedule could keep going. So many races around this fabled oval inside Franklin Field, but now the blocks are back. Won't have too much of an effect, obviously, on the 4x4 as it does on the 4x1 relay, but still just a little more confidence to get going, especially in the wet weather.
Absolutely, and it'll help, I think, that momentum going forward. You know, runners to watch here in the 4x4, they're likely all going to be anchors, but on the American side, Xavier Donaldson of Seton Hall Prep, he's run 47 point in the open 400, very good talent. Wesley Noble of Bishop Loughlin, 48-point runner in the 400, definitely has some chops there. And then, as we said, Quincy Wilson, the blue chip freshman from Bullis School, who has split an open 46, but he ran 45.06 yesterday. He is going to be the guy that everyone is going to be looking at, cheering for, screaming about by the end of this race.
And I think the final heat of the men's collegiate 4x4 really got the crowd up, and they are going to be on their feet, I am certain, the entire time in this Championship of America high school boys 4x4.
Yeah, 6 Jamaican teams, so certainly the fans will be in support of their teams.
And this one's scheduled to kick off at 4:20, so right now we are back sort of on schedule or a couple minutes behind.
And right now, if you're an athlete on the line right now, you're trying just to focus, send your thoughts, and be mentally prepared for the race here.
And they're in their blocks, yet the horns continue to sound. Crowd silences, the gun is off, we are underway.
Really important first stage for all of these teams. Certainly Bullis is in a very good position there in the middle of the track. They can kind of see where their competitors are at and who's facing up against them.
And again, running a 3-turn stagger. And you see in the middle of the track, that is Edwin Allen. They are in lane 5. And have made up the stagger and moved past the Bullis School in 6. And they will remain in lanes until the back straightaway. They're setting up the cones right now for the brake line so everybody can run toward the rail. Once again, the rain coming down.
3 Jamaican teams running pretty well early on here, but Seton Hall Prep certainly in the mix. I think they handed off second here. They're giving off to Xavier Donaldson in the second leg.
A very strong final 150 for Seton Hall Prep to get up into the number 2 position. But right now in second, or in the lane 2 is Kingston College from Jamaica. And they have a short distance to go to the rail. They will have the advantage. Seton Hall Prep, they're coming out to the rail line in lane 4. It is Kingston College.
And Bullis right now is last in the 4x4. They got off to a tough break there with the exchange, but they're now really have to make up a lot of ground. Seton Hall Prep now on the outside here with Xavier Donaldson looking to take the lead from Jamaica College.
The New Jersey school in front, but it is bunched up together. The top 3 teams within about 8 meters at 136 at 800.
And Phil, here you go. You're in a position to lead now. You're in a pressurized situation. You have to hold on as much as you can. You know you have 2 teams chasing down you every second.
And our early favorite, Bullis School, back in 8th, trying to close, but that is a whole lot of track between themselves and our leader. Right now it is Seton Hall Prep.
But he's still holding off Kingston College and Calabar. He's done wonders right here on the 3rd leg. He's going to give his teammate a chance to win this race.
So Seton Hall Prep up by about 6 meters, coming to the line, 2:25, passing the baton for the final time.
And that's only a couple meters difference. I think Calabar is now playing hawk on Seton Hall Prep. And Quincy Wilson gets the handoff. He's got a lot of ground to make up at this point.
And they're in the number 8 position. He's trying to move. He's in 7th. He's in 6th. But up front, a 3-team battle. Seton Hall Prep, Calabar, and Kingston College. Down the back straightaway in the pouring rain at Franklin Field. It is now Kingston College takes the lead from Seton Hall Prep. The only lead change that we have seen in the last 800 meters. Can Seton Hall Prep recover?
Quincy Wilson still making up ground here.
He's going to move Bullis all the way up to 5th, but in front it is Kingston College, and the fans respond.
And that was a very patient and poised anchor from Kingston College that didn't panic when they didn't have the lead. He knew he was going to put himself in a position late in that race to go after that win, and he did exactly that.
3:15.62. Seton Hall Prep, really kudos to them for staying with it, pushing the tempo, and not giving up again once they lost the lead. Calabar also under 3:17 as Edwin Allen and St. Elizabeth Tech in 4th and 5th, and Bullis School 3:19. Looking at the numbers on that final carry,
Seton Hall Prep
46-49. Sorry for the anchor from Bullis School.
No, Seton Hall Prep had an ambitious weekend, and they were going for 4x1, 4x4, and 4x8 today. They at least got the solace in the 4x4 runner-up position here. But here's your replay as Seton Hall Prep kind of makes a move here with Xavier Donaldson on the 2nd leg, and they held on as long as they could. But it became a 3-man race late. Little chaos there, Phil.
And again, being on the outside looking in is not the place that Bullis School is accustomed to. Liv, ready to talk to our winners in the Championship America 4x4.
It's going good. All right, talk to me about this race. It was just full of energy. What was just kind of going through your mind on your leg?
We came out there and tried to execute because this is not our A team. We'll try our best and come out here with the mindset that our coach sent us out there with.
Now, you knew this was going to be a really tough race from the start. What was your confidence level like going into tonight?
Well, we came out here, tried to get a good start, and just maintain the lead at 10 meters every time.
How does it feel to have the Jamaican fans here supporting you here today?
Feels like home.
Feels like home. What does home feel like for you?
Nice, full of love, full of energy, full of vibes.
Awesome. Well,